What's up, Josh? Doing a little, some ring rows, a couple of push-ups, 12 reps of Christmas. Do 12 of each. Hi, Faith, how are you? Hey, Sean, how are you? Not quite Rocky level, Johnny, but appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good Christmas. Just something light, a few reps. I did some weighted pull-ups yesterday, so just gonna do a couple of some rows today and a couple of push-ups. Thanks, Johnny. Merry Christmas to you and yours, too. Hope it was a good day for you. So like I said, guys, I did some weighted pull-ups yesterday. Came out a little wider, so that's always going to get your lats, more your lats. And I like to finish up my pull workouts with some rows, which I didn't do yesterday, so I'm just getting them in today. And those rows with that neutral grip, that's going to catch more towards the middle of your back. All right, so you always want to get some, you want to do both. You want to make sure you get your pull-ups in, you want to make sure you get your rows, so you're hitting all parts of the back. And then obviously, you know, your pulls are always going to engage your bicep to some degree too, right? So your chin-ups are you're going to get much more bicep than you would with a pronated grip, with an overhand pull-up. David Jones, how you doing, brother? Merry Christmas to you. Do I ever? Well, not if I can help it. Not if I can help it. Christmas, whatever day it is, still got to move the body, right? We still have to do something. Watching with a cold. All right, brother. I like it. Reps and beers. Reps and beers. It certainly could be. They have a show for everything else, right? How many reps can you get before you pass out or throw up? One or the other. Last man standing. Yeah, well, I think it's about 25, Dave, Fahrenheit. But there's not a lick of wind, so it's tolerable. You know, without that wind, it's always the wind that gets you. As long as you can keep the fingers and toes, keep the blood moving in them, you'll be okay. No, I don't always train back. No, I don't. Generally, I'll do, like yesterday was a pull day. So I did a bunch of pulls. I did some weighted pulls. And again, normally I would finish up with these, you know, some type of row on that back day, on that pull day, but I didn't do them yesterday. I actually finished up with some dumbbell curls. But generally, lately, I think it's safe to say I'm more on like a pull day, a push day, a shoulder day, a leg day type, you know, and then sometimes I mix it up like with these, you know, body weight. I just came out to do this. So I figured as long as I'm doing some pulls, I have my trusty block there, I'll throw in a few push-ups. That never hurts either, so. But yeah, definitely when I do these body weight things, I always like to superset, you know, and I'm always gonna superset antagonistic muscles, right? So if I'm doing these rows or pull-ups, I'm gonna do something, you know, maybe with my triceps, you know, and then if I'm doing a bunch of push-ups, sometimes I'll superset that with some bicep curls, you know, something like that. But anytime I superset, it's always gonna be antagonistic muscles. I won't do like, I'm not gonna superset, you know, like a push-ups with tricep dips, because then you're just getting totally exhausted with that. So I like to mix it up with the body weight stuff. But with the weight stuff lately, like I said, I've been doing just basically, I've been hitting the bench press, the flat bench press a lot, the barbell bench press. You know, and that stuff I'm not going to superset because I'm looking to go, you know, as heavy as I can. Obviously, yesterday I was doing the weighted pull-ups. I wasn't supersetting that. You know what I mean? I was just doing my straight pull-ups. But yeah, you know, like I said, I always mix it up. Yeah, I mean, I was on I still do it once in a while. I'll hit like a full body workout. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. I used to do that quite often, as a matter of fact. Uh, when I first started, I used to do, uh, when I first started the channel, I was on a long kick for a while where I was doing full body workouts, but much lighter weights and higher reps. You know, I didn't, and I thought it was good. I mean, I definitely made some gains with it. I was okay with it. Like I say all the time, Dave, everything works. You know what I mean? But everything's not going to work for, you know, everything that works for me isn't going to work for you. So you have to kind of find your way. But there's an infinite number of ways to do it. Nothing's really wrong. If it works for you, if you enjoy it, if it's sustainable, if you're making some gains from it, you know, as long as you're doing something and it's a part of your regular routine, then just do it. You know, nobody's going to tell you that's wrong. You shouldn't do that. This is the best way. The best way is what works for you, you know. Yeah, that's funny. I have my bar. I've had my bar in my kitchen doorway for years now. Pretty much, oh God, I don't know how many years. What's up, Luke? Good day to you, brother. Merry Christmas. Chin-ups, pull-ups. Well, first of all, Luke, they both work, right? But not the only difference, but if you're looking with a chin-up, right, with that supinated grip, you're always going to bring in more of your bicep into the move. So it's going to engage more bicep as opposed to the pronated grip, you know? And again, you mix it up. You want to do a little of both. You want to do some chin-ups, wider and closer. Same thing with the pronated grip. You want to come wide, get nice and close. This is also going to bring in some more bicep to it. So, I mean, if you're asking me, do I like one over the other? No, I mean, I think they all have their purpose, you know. Any pull exercise is always going to engage the back and biceps, right? To what degree on each and exactly where is going to always depend on your grip, you know. So like everything, you want a little variety, mix it up a little bit. I just mentioned before, you know, I'm doing these rows. So the pull-ups, I did some weighted pull-ups yesterday, right? And I was a little wider, so that's going to bring in more of my lats doing that, right? But you also want to get the middle of your back, get those rhomboids, right? So you want to do a rowing motion, and that row is going to catch more of the middle of the back muscles. So you got to mix it up, a little bit of everything. But which is better, pull-ups or chin-ups? I can't say one or the other. You know, they're the same but different, you know. So I would say do a couple of both, mix it up. Yeah, yeah, definitely, David. Like I said, I like to incorporate them at the end of the workout. Especially, I like to get those pull-ups in first. I just obviously they're going to be much heavier lift because with the pull-up, it's your entire body weight, and then if you're adding weight to it. But here, obviously, with your feet planted on the ground, it's going to be less of a load. And then again, depending on your angle, right? If you're more vertical, right, up and down, it's going to be an easier pull with the rows. But as you come down more horizontal, then you're going to add more resistance to the row. So. No, Luke, you know, you're definitely getting more, you know, you're definitely catching it back with the chin-ups, you know. But again, you're getting a little more assist from the chin-up. The chin-up, generally speaking, for most people, it's going to be an easier pull because you're getting a little more assist from the biceps. But I can assure you, you're still catching any type of pulling motion. You have to engage your back muscles. You can't not engage your back muscles. So to some degree, you are with any type of pulling motion, you know. But are you saying that you? So you suck at what are you talking about? Standard pull-ups, like with a pronated grip? Then you got to get yourself some bands, Luke. You know, think about it. I have the resistance. You strap a resistance band on that bar, and you step into it, and you do your pull-ups, right? Nobody's going to walk into a gym on day one and bench 300 pounds. You're going to put 100 pounds on a bar. There's a progression to everything. So that's what those bands go on Amazon. Down on the thing, one of my links, the bands that I get off Amazon. I have the link there if you want to just check those. But there's a million of them. Just go on Amazon, and I don't know, 20, 25 bucks. It's a great investment. You know, you can use them for anything. For the pull-ups, I use them when I stretch. You could use them just to exercise. Just carry them in your bag. Not that I'm a world traveler, but anytime I go away anywhere, I have the bag of bands and I put them in my bag. You could do curls, you could do shoulder presses, you could do your squats and add some resistance. I mean, they're a great little tool to have. But for you, in your case, if you're trying to build up the pull-ups, by all means, you know, if you can't get your body weight up, you put the rubber band on. Whatever you weigh, let's say you're 200 pounds. You know, you put a medium-sized band on there, on the bar, you step into it, and now you're only pulling up 140 pounds, right? And then when you get to a good 8 to 10 solid reps with that, then you could move to a thinner band. But there's definitely a way to do it. But everything's a progression, Luke. Don't get, you know, Don't think I can only do chin-ups, so I'm only going to do chin-ups. You want to do all of them. And there's no reason why you can't. There's always a way to do it, you know. BG, Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, David. You know, I appreciate. David's been with much respect, Dave. You've been with me from pretty much from day one. You were here early on. BG, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas too, you and your family. Yeah, the negatives are good too, Luke. The negatives are definitely good. Even static holds. You know, get up there and just do some static holds, 90 degree. You know, try and get your arms to 90 degrees and hold that, you know. And then do the negative after that, you know, add all that in. But I'm a big advocate of the bands. I talk about them all the time, and I use them all the time myself. So even when I warm up, I never just get on a bar and start doing pull-ups. You know, I need to grease the gears a lot. So every time I do any type of pulling motion, any type of pull-ups, I always start with a few sets, you know, 20, 30, 40 reps with the bands just to get warmed up, and it really helps. Rocky with the pull-up bar. Yeah, just saw this, Luke. Yeah, the negatives do the trick. They're gonna help. You know, and even dead hangs. Even get on a bar and do dead hangs, because that's gonna help with your grip strength, and it's gonna help with your forearm strength. You know what I mean? Every little bit helps. But to actually, if you can't do pull-ups, you'll never do pull-ups unless you do pull-ups, right? So at some point, you want to be on that bar actually doing the move, doing the actual move. And if you can't do it unassisted, if you can't do it unassisted, you do it assisted. And that's with the bands. But everything you mentioned is absolutely on point. You know, the negatives, the static holds, and, you know, even doing the chin-ups. I mean, if you can do the chin-ups, again, it's going to be a little easier because you're getting the assist from the bicep with the chin-up. Black coffee, David. I had my tea earlier, actually. Yeah, not only that, Luke, the dead hangs also great for your shoulders. It's great for your shoulder health and all. I had some issue going on with my shoulder some time ago, and you do those just dead hangs regularly, you know. Start with whatever you can do. I mean, if you can do 20 seconds, 15, you can do 30 seconds, come off the bar for a minute, go back on, do a few sets of that, and just hang. You know, no tension, don't try and pull yourself up. Just do just like a passive hang. You know what I mean? Nice tight grip. You always want to get that hand over the bar. You don't want to hang from your fingers, because that's always going to be your weakest link, because you're going to lose it really quick that way. You know, so get that hand, really get it over the bar. Yes, you're correct, Luke. It does. Absolutely. Helps decompress everything. Your mind, everything. Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's not cold, Luke, but it is cold. But like I said earlier, the saving grace is no wind, you know? It's more tolerable. Really, the worst part is just keeping the hands, the fingers, and the toes. Your body gets warmed up once you start moving. You know, you really don't feel it. You're actually warm. I actually feel warm, you know, in my trunk and my body. But the fingers are starting to lock up a little bit, and the toes. Another little trade secret too is keep these little warm packets in your pocket. You get a little respite on the fingers once in a while. A wise friend of mine turned me on to these. They work. Oh, the Murph. Yeah, I don't know, David. That's tough. I think they have like a modified. I was looking. Am I right in saying that? I think I saw somewhere like a modified Murph or something a while back. I was looking at that. But yeah, that's a pretty nice challenge. I would be up for that, to be honest with you, to give it a shot. I don't know how well I do, to be honest, but I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. All right, guys, I'm just about running out of daylight here, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Just stay safe, keep yourselves healthy. I appreciate everybody that was here. Luke, my friend, don't give up. Look into those bands, or do your negatives, do everything else, but you can do it, brother. David, you know I always appreciate you. Everybody else that popped in, get your reps in, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.